Hey guys, welcome back. It's Sarah. I was gonna post another video this week, but last week I posted a selfie of this look on my Instagram, which is inspired by Kim Kardashian's Met Gala wet look this year. It was so beautiful on the red carpet and I wanted to recreate it. It's been a while since I did the Kim K sex tape makeup tutorial. I figured it's time to update and do another look inspired by her. And I think Makeup by Mario and Chris Appleton, Kim's hairstylist and makeup artist, are just incredible. They're true artists, and Kim's look this year was paying homage to Sophia Loren, and it's just really iconic, and I want to, you know, pay homage to the thick girls of Hollywood. Just a side note, because for makeup tutorials I like to have a lot of lights so that you can see everything that I'm doing on my face, but the downside of this lighting is that it makes me look a little blown out, so that's why when you look at my selfie on Instagram I'm a little bit more tan than how you see me in this tutorial. But trust me, in real life, like if I turn up this light, you'll see you can kind of see how tan I look because I put on a lot of bronzer. But anyway, if you want to see how I recreated this look, just keep watching. So to start off, I want to wet this hair. I just rinsed my hair and towel dried it. I'm not a hair person, so I'm just weighing this as I go. I'm going to be using the Lucy Doe L Designing Aqua Hair Curling Lotion. I think this would be much easier if you had curly hair to begin with. My natural hair is very slightly wavy, so I'm just drenching my hair in this. She had a bit of a side part, a little bit more of this. I'm not sure how to do the hair clipping curls, but I'm just gonna try. And the rest of the hair, I'm just going to scrunch it up and hope that works because I already put curling lotion all over it. And usually for a natural makeup look, I like to do my face first and then the eyes. But because this look is so heavy, I'm going to do eyes first. I'm going to start off with concealer on my eyes. To start off the smoky eye, I'm going to use the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette. Picking up the shade Meadow so we can build a bright orange base. I'm basically using this color all over. Next, I'm using the Morphe Bronze Goals palette, picking up this shade. Avoiding the center of the lids a little bit. It doesn't matter too much if you get it on there, but I'm going to try to avoid the center of the lid because that's where we want the highlight to pop. And I'm blending it a little bit with the orange. Now I'm going back to the Sweet Talk palette and taking the shade side to side. You can see how much I've abused it in the pan. It's a beautiful glittering, you know what, let's do a swatch. It's creamy when you touch it in the pan. Look at that, so gorgeous. And I'm placing this in the center of the lids. You know what, since I kind of got the dark shadows on there a little bit, I'm just going to pick up Catch Me, a light flesh color, and just build up that lightness in the center. And don't worry if the center highlight goes above your lid crease, it's supposed to do that. Now I'm going back with side to side and building it up. This does have a little bit of fallout, which is why I did my eyes first. Now I'm going back with the Morphe shade and darkening the outer corners. I'm going to keep building this part up. And honestly, it's just repeating steps until you get it exactly how you want it, adjusting it to your eye shape. For eyeliner, I'm using the Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Crayon. And I'm just going to tightline. Now I'm taking the Bobbi Brown Longwear Gel Eyeliner. I'm getting some of the residue off first because I want it to be a very soft, smudgy black. Mario said on his Instagram that he did not use a black eyeliner, but a dark brown. I just think black goes so well with this though, so I'm gonna just do my own thing. For lashes, I'm using the Red Cherry Demi Wispies, and this is gonna take a second, so I'm just gonna do this off camera. Okay, now that I'm done with the top half of the eyes, I'm gonna start with my face. If you have any fallout from the eyeshadow, this is the time to clean it all up. For foundation, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation. I've used this so many times, I don't know why I still have to read from the bottle. The Pro Filter Foundation. I'm gonna do 1.5 pumps, and I'm gonna mix this with the Milani Prep and Brighten Face Oil. Next, I'm using the Fenty Concealer for my under eyes. I think Fenty face products, like NARS, has a little bit more of a yellow tone. I know they do different undertones, but they generally pull a little bit more yellow, so it's good for me right now because I'm always red. I think I might have added a little bit too much concealer, but I'm just gonna have to blend a little bit more. So this foundation shade is usually my winter shade, so it's really pale on me, and it's really pale for Kim's Met Gala look because she was bronzed. So I'm gonna be using a lot of bronzer. I'm taking the Cheek Leaders Bronze Squad palette. I'm picking up Hoola, and I'm gonna start off with my forehead. I'm going to use this as contour as well, so I'm building dimension, but I'm also just warming up my whole face, so I'm doing a little bit of layering. And I'm almost buffing this into the skin because I think that just creates the most flawless look. The lightest part of her face, at least from the pictures, is under her eyes, so I'm going to do a little bit more brightening later, but right now I'm just focusing on bronzing the whole face. I'm almost using the bronzer as my setting powder. Now I'm going to take Hoola Caramel, which is a little bit warmer and a little bit darker. I'm only going to do the areas where I want to contour. Kind of hard to contour your forehead with wet hair in your face. And then I'm using a little bit of RCMA No Color Powder to brighten and mattify this area. Now I'm using the MAC Studio Fix Powder to really set my under eyes. And then the smile lines. Using a powder that's a little bit brightening is what I like to do in place of baking. I just think it has the same effect without that cakey look. I'm just going to contour my nose real quick. Now I'm picking up Hoola again and just contouring my nose. I'm contouring under my lips a little bit. This is a lot heavier than my usual foundation, but I'm going to the Met Gala. Next, I'm using the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush in Always Cheeky. Even though it's a really light shade, it surprisingly looks really natural. I'm just going to apply a little bit right on the apples of my cheeks. For my brows, I want to use the Laneige Eyebrow Cushion Cara Two-Tone. This is the only eyebrow cushion that I've ever used. I'm filling my brows in with the lighter shade. Now that I have the general shape, I'm just going to use the Benefit Brow Contour Pro with the deeper shade. I'm just going to define them a little bit more. Now I'm using a little bit of Boy Brow. Now I'm just going to finish up the rest of my eyes. First, I'm picking up Middle from the Sweet Talk palette again, and I'm just applying this on my lower lash line. And I'm just applying this under my eye. I'm going to blend the eyeshadow up to the brow bone. And I'm just going to darken the outer corners one last time. Now for the lips, I'm going to use the KKW Beauty Medium Contour using the lighter shade, and I'm just going to line my lips. Then I'm going to use the darker shade to line my lips again. I'm blending it out with my fingers. Then I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills matte lipstick in Soft Touch. I'm just dabbing this on. Ooh, I forgot. I'm using the Glossier mascara on my bottom lashes. By the way, I've gotten some complaints about how I pronounce mascara. How do you pronounce mascara? I'm gonna put a little bit of highlighter. Next, I'm using the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in Lychee Me. This is one of my favorite nude glosses. Almost out, so I need more. I'm gonna add a little bit more blush. A little bit more highlight. I'm gonna go back with the bronzer just so I can match my face with my neck. That's it for the makeup. For my body, I'm going to use the Sol Janeiro. I think that's how you pronounce it. Sol de Janeiro. But this is their Glow Motions Copacabana Bronze Glow Oil. I'm gonna do... Woo! And just blend this all over. For even more glow, I'm using the Patrick Ta Highlighting Mist in We Love Her. Woo! Look at that, oh my god. I'm going to put a little bit more of this curling lotion in my hair. Let's see if this worked. So I think the clip did virtually nothing, but the rest of the hair, because I drenched it in that curl lotion, it still has a little bit of that curl texture. This is as good as it's gonna get from someone who doesn't know how to do hair. But yeah, this is the finished look. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, subscribe to join the family and click the notification bell to get updates because I post every week. This was a nice change because I know a lot of my looks kind of start to look the same because I just have a natural tendency towards more natural makeup looks. If there are any looks that you want me to try out, I would love to do it because I've been feeling inspired this year. So just leave your suggestion in comments. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye!